Hi, I'm Tim,
I'm Lizzie.
and this is To Play,
Or not.
To Play, a show about board games for two players.
Whose tastes may differ.
Today we're going to look at a game called Roma. This is by Stefan Feld. It's specifically a two-player game, like a head-to-head match. The idea with this game is you get these kind of round dice stations. They're numbered 1 to 6, and you get 3 dice, three
Each.
of your colour, red and blue, and you roll these dice, allocate them to dice stations, and then you play your cards that are in your hand. You start with 4 down against these dice stations, and then you can kind of draft new cards and place them against other dice stations. And the idea is that you are aiming to get all the victory points in the game, basically. There's a limited amount of victory points. You start with 10 each, and from the very get-go, so the first go, in fact, you lose 2 victory points, the first person who plays, because
strange thing, that isn't it? That you start losing.
it's a really weird concept, but it works well. But it's when
adds
you
a
just
bit
start
of
with
trepidation.
yeah.
Trepidation? Tension.
That's both.
A threat.
So the game involves dice rolling and card management, hand drafting, but a little bit of interaction as well. So because you can attack each other to.
Don't you swap cards at the beginning?
You do, yeah. You get to choose. You get 4, I think, and
Give
then
each
you
other
get to
2.
choose, 2, and then give the other 2 to the other person. So there's a little bit kind of give and take there as well. But you can attack the other players' buildings to make them lose victory points. You can just buy in cards that give you victory points. So there's various ways of interacting with each other, or not. And I tend to be quite aggressive with it.
You attack me all the time, yeah.
And you don't. You go for the kind of different avenue.
Yeah.
So there's different ways to play the game, depending on how you like sort of your interaction with the other players. It's a really good game. It looks great. It's very thematic. The dice rolling, the allocation, you can allocate your dice in fact to not one of the 1 to 6 slots. You can allocate it to extra cards to be drawn. Or money, yeah. So for instance, if you roll a 6, you could place that 6 on the 6th dice station and then action the card that's laying on your side against that 6. Or you can take that 6 and allocate it to 6 more cards to draft. So you draft 6 but keep 1, but you've got a choice of 6. Or you put it against the money.
So you get 6
draw
coins.
6 coins, yeah, and then you can buy or action a card that costs money and stuff like that. So very clever little game, very quick, very easy to pick up.
Looks great.
Very thematic. The Rome sort of theme comes across quite well. All the cards are kind of Legionnaire and Forum and
Forum.
So there are buildings and there are characters. Really, really good. You like it for this reason.
I like theme in a game, and my personal love for this game is because we went to Rome last year.
We did, yeah.
And loved it. So it reminds me of going to Rome.
We actually played Roma in Rome.
We did play Rome in Rome. But seeing cards like the Forum and stuff, like having been there.
So the theme does carry across quite well. I mean, it is, in a way, it's kind of an abstract kind of strategy game, but it's not at all. It really does kind of carry the theme quite well. And so this victory point thing, you basically just keep going until all the victory points in the box, I don't know how many there are, but let's say there's 40, until all the victory points are gone, and then you score up whoever's got the most, or until one of you gets down to 0, so you start with 10. If you whittle down to 0, the game ends then. So it's the one with the most when the box runs out, or when someone goes to 0.
I like the coins and the victory points.
Yeah, all of that works really well. Really, it's a very
everything.
nice sort of what's the word when you're touching stuff?
Pliable.
No.
No, pliable.
Malleable.
Malleable.
No. Tactile.
Tactile.
It's a very tactile game. Yeah, it's very nice. You chuck dice, and you move these cards, and you've got the little tokens for the money.
I think it's a good mix for us because I like luck games. Because I've got a chance of winning.
Yeah.
And you like skill games, strategy.
Yeah, it's very strategic, this game,
tactics, that kind of thing.
But you do have to have the luck of the dice in a way, don't you?
Yeah,
But,
so I could win because I get a lucky break in the cards, and I could also try and think of a way to get you, and then you can, like, when you pick 6 cards, I go for which one maybe looks nice or oh, I went there, let's put that one. Whereas you're like, how can I get her?
Yeah,
How can I win? So it kind of meets us both,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I think it's a good game for us both. So we score both quite well, I think, this game.
Yeah.
So let's jump to the
also,
scores.
also
actually. Go
another
on.
thing. It's easy to understand and pick up.
It really
because
is.
I don't like games that are like, rule book again.
There
check the
are,
rules,
I mean,
check
there
the
are
rules.
quite a lot of cards in the game, and each card does something different. So this card might attack that. This card might give you points if you've got X or so on. But there's a little kind of cheat sheet that comes with the game that you can kind of
You get one each as well,
yeah,
don't
you
you?
get one each, and it's very quick to just refer to that.
I quite like
cheat
that.
sheet.
I quite like.
It
Oh,
is-
what does that mean?
Yeah,
what
what
does
does that
mean?
game do?
Yeah.
That card do?
I don't really get the rule vibe from that.
No, it's not
Like
really
it's
going
more
back
of
to the rule book at all, because there are obviously some quite complicated games where you have to keep going back to the rule book, and this doesn't.
Because I
really
don't
feel
like that.
No,
So
this
easy
is
to
like a
pick up.
little
Once
cheat
you've
sheet.
played it once,
Yeah, a couple of
once
times
you
in,
start
and
playing
you
it,
know.
you know you don't know how whatever every card does,
No.
but you know how to play it.
Yeah. And the icons, the iconography on the cards are quite good as well. So once you've read it, oh, I see, that does that. So when you see that icon next time, you will remember, oh, that means that I can attack those three opposite, or it gives me this. So yeah, very, very good little game. Well, it would be a Steffenfeld. So
Very
yeah.
good. I like it.
Okay, so should we do our scores on this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
So we're scoring this out of 20. So I'm going to give it out of 10. You're going to give it out of 10. And I'm going to give it
Correct.
out of 20. So,
Me first.
you first.
Okay, I'm going to give Roma 7.5. And a half. Just because.
Oh, half extra.
Just because.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it obviously 8, 9, 10 because I like, I like theme and mystery, and I do think it has quite the theme and the mystery, like solving a murder
Right,
kind of
okay,
thing.
yeah.
Like a Sherlock Holmes type game, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I do really like it, so it's up there.
7 out of 10.
7.5.
Okay. 7 out of 10.
7.5.
Oh, well, funny enough, I am going to give it 7 out of 10.
Oh, I like it more than you.
You do like it more than
Ah,
me. Yeah. I like it a lot. I do like it a lot, but I know what's coming up in the future. So obviously I don't want to kind of shoot too early. So I will go for a 7. Yeah, really like it. Really like it a lot. Good game, especially for 2 players, obviously, because it's designed specifically for 2
like
players.
it. Good.
So yeah, out of 20, 14 and a half out of
14.
20. So that's pretty good.
It's good.
Pretty good.
Well
Well
done,
done.
Roma.
Well done, Steffenfeld. Okay, so that's that one done for you. Thanks very much for watching this one. Hopefully you'll check out the next video we do on the next game. So if you don't want to miss that, obviously click on the like, subscribe and bell buttons so that you get notified of any upcoming videos that we're going to do.
Yes.
And check out the notes in this video and any future videos because we may put information in there that is relevant that we've probably forgotten to say. Okay, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one.